Hey, good morning. Welcome in to 5 on your feed. I'm Ryan Dean.
And I'm Sydney Stallworth. We've got the top stories you need to know today. Let's get to our top story right now, one that we've been covering for a couple of days. A man is in custody this morning, arrested in connection with Friday's shooting of a Metro bus driver who's fighting for his life. Investigators were looking for this maroon-colored PT Cruiser spotted on a security camera following the shooting. Last night, police saw a car matching that description in Pine Lawn. While following the car, the driver actually crashed into an unmarked police car. That driver was arrested as a person of interest. Investigators were looking for the car after it was seen near the scene of the shooting that left 33-year-old Jonathan Cobb, you can see him here, critically injured. They also said it may have been involved in another shooting minutes before involving another Metro bus. In that shooting, the bus was damaged and a rider was hurt from flying debris. Metro posted on Twitter that its bus service has been impacted by the shootings. In response, they're hiring 10 new security guards and devoting them entirely to the bus lines. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 866-371-TIPS. Now, at this time, the identity of the person who's in custody has not been released, but they will be formally charged today.
Yeah, I know that security on the Metro link and the bus and the stops there, that's been an issue for several years.
Right.
A lot of folks have been trying to figure out the best way to keep those areas secure. So it looks like they have an action plan in place.
Right. I know we had a couple of interviews from some riders who said it's about time that they beefed up security. And this is all a very unfortunate situation, but maybe some pretty good change can come out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so a new round in the long battle over masks in St. Louis County. Tonight, the county council is expected to vote on another mask mandate. If you're having a hard time keeping up with this saga, you're not alone. Let's break it down for you. On the county council agenda, Councilwoman Lisa Clancy is asking for a vote on a new mask mandate. This comes after a Cole County judge ruled such orders from unelected health officials are unconstitutional. St. Louis County Executive Sam Page insists the masking order remains in place, but Councilman Tim Fitch argues there's no mandate in place. Meanwhile, lawyers for the county and Missouri Attorney General are scheduled to be back in court this week debating whether a mask mandate is constitutional. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, many organizations like our school systems are trying to sort out the mask mandate confusion after the recent ruling on COVID mandates. Missouri Governor Mike Parsons said any changes made won't go into effect until December 22nd, when most county school districts will be off for winter break.
Right.
So Education Plus, the nonprofit that works with so many school districts in the area, expects many districts will meet with their boards and decide if they need to come back with any changes in the new year.
Oh my goodness, Ryan.
It's so confusing.
It's so confusing, and you've been following this for much longer than I have, and there's so much back and forth. The public doesn't really know what the rules are and how to follow.
They don't. So a lot of business owners are just saying, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for my business.
Yes.
And if they want to enforce a mask mandate, they have a sign up, which they totally can do.
Yes.
And then some have not. But we're still seeing the bigger stores, like the Deerbergs and the Schnucks, they still have up mask signs in the county. So I don't know. It's interesting for sure. Tonight's council meeting, by the way, there's already a file by Tim Fitch, who's been against mask mandates of any kind.
Yeah.
And he's actually saying that this move by Lisa Clancy is not with state statute, citing the Cole County judge. So we'll see. It's a lot of drama.
It's always so tough when your local leaders aren't necessarily on one page about an issue.
Yeah, well, it's hard. I mean, this one is even more than that. It's just like, what is the truth? I mean, because like both are saying there is one, there isn't one. We were like,
We'll see. And I think the meeting starts at 6:30 tonight?
6:30, yeah.
Okay, we'll be watching that one.
We'll be there for sure.
For sure. All right, crime in St. Louis is a hot issue, but there is some good news this morning. The Public Safety Department says it's seeing a downward trend in violent crime, but car break-ins and stolen weapons are still a major issue. Just last weekend alone, 13 cars were broken into in the city and 2 guns were stolen. Police say you should never leave any weapons or valuables in your car, no matter where you go. Now, meanwhile, as you get your Christmas shopping done, criminals could be keeping an eye on you. The FBI reports parking lots are among the most common scenes for crimes during the holidays. Now, auto thefts and carjackings are more likely this time of year. We have some tips. Now, remember to keep valuables hidden. Always lock your car doors, roll up your windows, and don't unlock your car until you get close to it. That one might be tricky. I need to pay attention to that one. And if somebody does approach you and demands your things, just go ahead and let them have your bags. Now, they were saying it's so tempting to want to defend yourself or, not want anybody to take advantage of you. That's only natural. But when it comes down to it, it's all materialistic. These things can be replaced. Just give them your things and survive.
Speaking of the car break-ins, speaking of tonight's county council meeting, on the agenda as well is a bill about vehicle prowling. So basically, someone go up grabbing a handle. Because you see these videos that they show that someone will come in and they'll work together as a group and they'll jump out of the car and they'll just keep pulling on door handles until they find an unlocked vehicle, and then they try to grab a gun or change or whatever they can get their hands on. But I know it seems like common sense, but police say all the time that basically the vehicles that are targeted is because they have valuables in plain sight, and these crooks, they just want to get in and out
as quickly as possible.
As quickly as they can. So make it difficult. I mean, make yourself less of a target.
Don't make it easy for them. That's right. Sometimes you're running in and out of the car. You just accidentally leave something. Always check before you get out. Yeah.
Okay, so this next story is getting a lot of attention online. 42 dogs are now safe after being rescued from one of the most notorious puppy breeders in the country. The Humane Society of Missouri rescued them from Cedar Crest Kennel in Douglas County, Missouri. The dogs are now being treated at the Humane Society in St. Louis. Cedar Crest Kennel was facing several violations and was previously listed on the Humane Society National Horrible 100 list.
Oh my goodness.
So you can help support the care of these rescued dogs by donating on the Humane Society's website. You can also report animals who may be in danger, neglected, or abused by calling police or the Humane Society's Animal Cruelty Hotline. It looks like it's right there on your screen.
Very, very sad, but those dogs are super cute. I hope they have no issue. I'm sure they won't have an issue finding new homes, safe homes where they can be loved on. But that was pretty sad. That was a ton of dogs, too.
A lot of dogs, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, now sad news in the world of horse racing. Kentucky Derby winner Melina Spirit died on Monday. The California Horse Racing Board said the horse was completing a workout in California when he collapsed near the finish line. An attorney for Melina Spirit's trainer, Bob Baffert, says the 3-year-old colt died from a heart attack. Melina Spirit's win at the Kentucky Derby is still up for dispute after the horse tested positive post-race for a banned medication. No ruling has been made on whether or not the Derby win will be disqualified, but Churchill Downs imposed a 2-year ban on Baffert after that race. Now, always sad news.
That is really sad news. My goodness.
And it's tough. Melina Spirit was actually able to run in the Preakness and finished in 3rd, but he was suspended from racing in the Belmont Stakes because of that whole controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Yeah, today marks 80 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor. Hundreds of Japanese bombers descended on the U.S. naval base in Hawaii. 21 ships either sunk or were damaged. More than 2,400 Americans were killed in the attack, which drew the United States into World War II. And this morning, President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden marked the anniversary with a somber visit to the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. The President and First Lady held a moment of silence in front of a wreath at the center of the memorial. The White House says it contained one wild sunflower, the state flower of Kansas, in honor of the late Senator Bob Dole, who was seriously wounded in World War II. So here in the bi-state, there are a couple of events to remember the Pearl Harbor attacks. The St. Clair County Historical Society is hosting its annual Pearl Harbor ceremony at Messenger Cemetery. That's happening at 11:45 this morning. The cemetery is located off of Old Collinsville Road, and that's in Swansea. A Pearl Harbor memorial service is also taking place in Maryland Heights. The Emerson Marshall Sherwood American Legion Post 213 will conduct the ceremony, which includes the reading of the fallen. The memorial begins at 11:55 at Always Green Recycling, a veteran-owned business on Dorset Road.
That's pretty sad. 80
Yeah,
years. 80
I know.
years already.
I
And
know.
it seems so long, but they did have people who were there, survivors who were able to go to Hawaii today. I know they're having some crazy weather out there, but
Yeah.
they were able to make it for those commemoration ceremonies.
Yeah, what's really tough is to see, obviously our World War II soldiers, they're dying at an alarming rate
Yes.
because of how, the age, they're getting up there in age. And that's what's amazing about when we see these honor flights from St. Louis and around the country. They try to make sure they get the folks from World War II, the Korean War vets as well, and try to get them to Washington, D.C. to see these memorials.
Absolutely.
And it's such an amazing event. I mean, just so emotional. And usually you have the adults, sons and daughters who are now in their 50s and 60s themselves, and they're crying watching their dad and mom board these planes to
Right.
go on and a trip of a lifetime to see, this memorial, and it's so moving for sure.
So powerful. I know you've covered some of
Yeah.
that. You've done a great job covering that. All right, let's move on to something that we can all get a little bit excited about. The Steinberg skating rink is a hot spot during the St. Louis winters, which is ironic. There's a lot of ice. Now there's a push to keep it open year round, but not as an ice rink. Forest Park Forever is asking you to submit your ideas on what types of activities and programs you'd use during all 4 seasons. Now, one proposal, a summer beer garden. How does that sound? We're making it easy to submit ideas. Just click on this article under the As Seen on TV section of our website or on the 5 on Your Side app. I've got to say, I support that summer beer garden.
We have a lot of beer gardens in St. Louis, so I will say I don't know if we need another beer garden.
Support it.
You
I'm
still
not
do?
good. Yeah.
All
But,
right. Well, hey.
I'd check it out.
Yeah, it is a great time though at
Yeah,
Steinberg. Always
Exactly.
great.
Maybe today wouldn't be the best day for that, though.
Well, maybe it will. Anthony?
Maybe.
Well, waking up with temperatures in the 20s in St. Louis this morning. Cloud cover, that's with us through the day. And in fact, we could see a few snow flurries from time to time. Futurecast showing that around lunchtime today, some of this may actually mix with a little light rain from time to time, but the atmosphere at the surface is so dry today, a lot of this will have a hard time reaching the ground. So we're just calling for a few flurries, not expecting anything heavy for the day ahead. And really, I don't think this will cause much impact to area roadways. 36 today, 49 tomorrow, up near 70 to end the week. Chance of light rain returns Friday night.
So a good day for ice skating, actually.
I know,
There
yes,
you go.
yeah.
Not the beer garden.
Not for the
now
beer
I'm
garden.
catching on.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
All right, well, the Gateway City is getting a new nickname, but I'm guessing it's not going to stay.
Yeah, I don't believe this one bit. Wallet Hub has named St. Louis the second sin city next to Vegas, of course, in its list of the most sinful cities in
can't
America.
believe it.
No way. The finance website looked at violent crime and other evil deeds like excessive drinking and adult entertainment. St. Louis ranked first in vices, crime, and anger. It also ranked high in jealousy.
Right. I'm curious to see
How do you
they
gauge jealousy?
Right. How are they measuring this? We need to know. We need some more information on that one. I don't think that one's going to hang around.
You know what? Taking it from somebody who's not a St. Louis and a native St. Louis, and anytime you come in to this city, you bring in your family. My family's from upstate New York. They come in, they always say St. Louis is the most wholesome place. Like they
Yes.
love the people.
Yeah.
And so I don't.
I mean, I'm new here too, and I just think it's beautiful here, and everyone's been so
Yeah.
sweet. We don't believe it.
So weigh in. Let us know what your
Yeah.
thoughts are if we think that we are a sinful city.
Yeah,
I don't
leave
know.
a comment.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, moving on. The head of a digital mortgage lender is catching heat online after firing hundreds of workers on a Zoom call. The CEO of Bettercom asked more than 900 employees to join him on Zoom, then told them their jobs were being terminated immediately. According to Fortune magazine, the CEO later accused the employees of stealing from their colleagues by only working 2 hours a day. Oh my goodness, I've seen coverage of this all day long. Now, the laid off employees will get a severance pay and benefits, but this has been making national headlines this morning, and people are pretty upset about how it was handled.
So they're saying because all of them are stealing because they only working 2 hours a day. So basically,
I really don't.
that what
even
it
know.
is?
That's what he said. He accused them
Okay.
of stealing for only working 2 hours a day, and it is really interesting because there's some outrage about this because people are saying the company is doing so well. I know they just recently made a lot of money, and so
Yeah.
the employees felt really confident and really secure in their jobs, and it's right before the holidays, or we're right in the midst of the holiday season, and Christmas is right around the corner, so it's a tough one.
Not knowing anything about this story, right?
Right.
Except for what we just read, I would say if you have 900 employees
900.
that are maybe not working full shifts and not being honest, they sounds like you have a management issue.
That's what that sounds like.
That's
I
what it
think
sounds
that's
like.
15% of their employees they just
Yeah.
let go.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not better today, I guess. Christmas is a big season for movies, and Marcus Theater is preparing for the excitement. It asked movie fans about the new films they are most excited to see this month. In Missouri, it's Ghostbusters Afterlife topped the list, and
Okay.
Illinois, Spider-Man No Way Home has fans the most excited. You're a big fan about
Yeah,
that, right?
I am. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready to see it.
the upcoming Spidey flick was also the top anticipated movie out of all states that have Marcus Theater. So
I believe that.
yeah,
Yeah.
But we're,
that
we're
hype-
showing Elf, weren't we? Though
Yeah, Elf was on there.
it was on there.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, it's just the holiday movies, I
It's a
guess.
great
People
movie.
just run that thing back. Yeah. For me, it's The Grinch. The
Grinch.
holidays, you got to run that back. I watch it in July, though.
Yeah.
I don't care. I watch it year round.
Yeah, Home Alone is mine.
Yeah. Let us know what your favorite holiday movie is, because I mean, I'm gonna find some time to watch a couple of them over the next couple of days.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
try.
I saw Disney Plus was in, they were doing their advertisement of 25 movies in 25 days, kind of like a Hallmark thing, you know.
Yeah. That's a challenge. I don't know if I can do it every day, but I'll try to squeeze it in. But let us
You
know.
would be in the holiday spirit for sure.
I know, in the Hall of Fame. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure. I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.